What is happening, BROchacherinos and BROchacherinas from the planet Earth and from everyone else? How is it going today? It's the time, guys, today for Season 2, Episode 1 of the Auction Mastery, or how to do gold with Auction Master, with Auction House only. If you haven't checked out the episode number 0, which is also the introduction of the pilot one, that will introduce you basically to all that is happening with this Auction Mastery. What are the rules, what will be happening, but guys, let's move on. In this episode, guys, we're going to be using Leatherworking, Enchanting and Geocrafting to double or triple those 10k or the starting gold that we're starting with this challenge here, and I will be your guide step by step on how we're going to do that. So without, guys, further ado, let's start with the the fuck? Anyway, before we start, just a quick note. I'm going to be using TSM in the whole series, but worry not if you're not with TSM, because I will be your guide step by step on what will be going or what we're gonna be using and how you can easily replicate what I'm doing. Make sure to update Trade Skill Master and have all the modules installed, like mailing, auctioning, destroying and everything else. So let's open up the spreadsheet here and see if we have any profit with buying leather, because that's what we're gonna be buying here. In the forum link in the description, you'll find the full guide on how to use this spreadsheet, but TLDR will be, type the lake chaos and the leather prices in the spreadsheet. Type how much you earn from Blood of Sargeras. I'm getting 400 gold, at least by doing some games with Geocrafting, and you'll see later how I'm doing that. A note though, even if you sell higher, use the minimum prices as I do in the spreadsheet for more accurate profits. If you get more, yay, but make sure you don't get less that the spreadsheet is telling you, so make sure to use the minimum prices there. Since we have used spreadsheet and we see that there is a profit, I have bought already 10k gold in leather, or that is 2.5 gold each from the trade chat. Why I'm not using the auction house even though the price is almost the same? Well, my suggestion is to use trade chat regardless of the discount, because 4,000 leather, 4,000 leathers 0.4 gold, you know, the difference between the auction house and the trade chat is almost 1,600 gold of savings. So use trade chat when you buy stuff. It's the first advice in this episode. Make TSM group for the item you're crafting as shown in the video here. Take the ID of the item that we're gonna have to import inside from Wowhead or from the TSM tooltip if you have set it up. I will make mailing operation to my Enchanting / Geocrafting guy, because it's the same guy, and apply that mailing operation to our TSM group that we just made. And finally, we'll set up the mailing delay. I'm using 1.5 minute for mailing delay because it bugs less, and you will you'll need to have like 20 to 30 free bag slots to work with this delay. If you have less bag space, use less delay. Minimum I think is 0.5 minutes, so make sure to use that. When everything is ready, we will open Leatherworking. Since I have some leather in bank, I will have to calculate how many crafts is 4,000 leather, which you can do with a spreadsheet as well. If you type how many you need for crafting here, and if you type how many you have bought here. It is 444, so let's type that in the profession and press craft. You can also use craft all, but that is, as I previously mentioned, I don't want to craft more than those 4,000 leathers as well. I go with specific number here, and that's why I'm using craft button instead of craft all. Make sure to have your mailbox open, click on the TSM groups above, wait for 1 minute to craft like 10 to 20 items, shift click on send while it is crafting, and it will auto craft and send everything automatically to your disenchanter. At this point you can go AFK, make coffee, do couple push-ups while waiting for coffee, of course light up some candles and watch some of my other videos on YouTube, of course. But when you come back, pray that it didn't bug out in the middle of the process and everything is crafted and sent. It bugs really rarely, but just in case, just pray, okay, to the kappa and everything. So now logging into the guy you send the stuffs to. Before you start disenchanting with the stuffs that I'm about to show you, make sure to have 1 chaos crystal, 1 Leylai shard and 1 blood of Sargeras, just so you don't get that inventory is full in the middle of the crafting and disenchanting stops. If you don't have those stuffs anywhere, then pick up some of these crafted stuffs from the mailbox and disenchant some of the epic until you get Leylai, chaos and blood. After you have that, fill your bags with items from the mailbox, meaning pick up everything you have from the crafted shit. Write /TSM destroy to open up the destroy frame up. Make this TSM destroy macro as in the video, put the macro in the action bar, and of course keybind it. Disenchant like 10 to 20 items first, then click open all in the mailing and watch movie if you have second monitor or if you're close to TV while clicking one button, which is the macro. After we're done here with the disenchanting, let's turn those 1 chaos, ley and blood in the bank so we can actually have accurate calculation. Now let's calculate using calculator and stuff if the spreadsheet is correct. We're going to be using the prices here that I've actually typed in the spreadsheet before we started with the crafting. So 19 chaos crystal multiplied by 400 gold equals 7,600, and then we have 6 chaos crystals multiplied by 188 gold is 1,000 something, and then we have 438 I think Leyline shard, which is multiplied by 27 gold equals 11,800 and something. That is 20,554. However, the auction house cut in this calculator is not really considered, so how we can do that is multiply that by 0.95 will give us minus 5%. This is how we actually subtract 5% from something. So that is pretty similar to what the spreadsheet suggested to us as profit before we started crafting. So let's move on. Since only thing I can use Blood of Sargeras on these characters are gems, let's calculate the profit per Blood of Sargeras and post the stuff we got so far on the auction house. While posting the stuffs though, I want to quickly show you why I have mentioned on the start write the minimum price in the spreadsheet from the auction house. As you can see, since I'm posting the stuffs in stacks bigger than 1, I have the right to set up higher price because a lot of the population, when they need 200 Leylight or something like that, won't go and buy them one by one, but in order to save some time they'll probably pay extra coin to get them as fast as possible. That is where we're going to make slight profit as well. Or let's calculate it precisely. 19,962 we did with the minimum price from the spreadsheet, right? But as you can see, I don't post Leylight for 27 gold as in the spreadsheet, but rather for 32.62 gold, which is total of 14,300 gold. Minus 5% the auction house, that is 13,585. Now let's see what chaos crystal we learn, and that is 1,098 gold. Now blood, according to what they've written in the spreadsheet, is 400 gold, multiplied by 19 total bloods, it's 7,600 gold, minus 5%, the auction house is 7,220 gold. That gives total of 21,903 gold. And if we subtract that from the minimum price that I've used, that is exactly 1941 gold of difference. Now here that doesn't seem big, but compared to 10k that we've started with, that is 19% of the investment increase just because of this. Imagine what will be 19% if you have, like, let's say 300k to invest or something. Well, that is approximately 60,000 gold. Now that number makes difference, right? Let's jump into calculating Blood of Sargeras now. You see, I have used 400 gold in the spreadsheet as Blood of Sargeras, right? Now, let's see if that is also accurate. Let's say we'll craft Deadly Eye of Prophecy. Raw gem price is 359 gold, as you can see the tooltip there in the auction house. Crafted price is 864, that is 505 gold per blood. So if we calculate the difference between those 400 gold and 500 gold that I will sell the blood for is 105 gold per blood. Multiply that by 19 bloods, it is total of 1995 gold from here too. Another almost 20% profit from random spot, right? Now if we add those two differences between enchanting mats and bloods, which is 1941 added to 1995, is total of 3,936 gold. Now add that to the total profit of 21,903 will give you 25,839, which is a lot more than those 19k we should have earned in the first place, right? Now, you probably think why the fuck this guy is randomly doing some math and calculating shit for no reason. Well, that is for some people no reason, but those who actually put the brain into understanding the point into my story here will understand that numbers on paper and numbers on reality are not always the same stuff. My story lesson here is how to make the numbers to always work with you, not against you, when you try to flip stuff, and earn always instead of lose when prices are going up or down. That was the point, and that was why I was doing the math. Let's move on. As you can see, I have no gold right now to buy the raw gems in order to sell the bloods on auction house to the crafted gems, right? So what I did is wait until the Leylight and Chaos got sold. It sold within a minute, of course, because it's trade good, and here is the gold. Now we need to see which gem we would like to craft. Let's summon our lovely calculator and use it to do that. Downslight uncrafted is 649 gold. Quick Downslight is 1049 gold, which gives us 400 gold per blood, or take out the auction cut, that is 380 gold per blood. Let's type that in the notepad and move on. Uncrafted Eye of Prophecy is 307 gold. Crafted Eye is 853 gold, that is 528 gold, minus auction cut is 501 gold. Let's type that as well. Next is Shadow Ruby. Uncrafted, it's worth 379 gold on auction house. Crafted as Masterful gives us 791 gold, that is 412 gold, minus auction cut, that is 391.4 gold. Typing that too, and Maelstrom Sapphire is not worth, I believe, in any server, so skipping that. Now let's buy the raw gems for cheapest prices possible. That would be 2 downslide, 4 shadow ruby, and since Sigh of Prophecy gives us the most profit, let's buy a bit more from that. Now let's pick them up and see what is missing. We have total of 16 gems, meaning we need to buy 3 more. That would be 2 shadow ruby and 1 downslide. Since I have some of these gems in the bank, I don't want to use the bank ones, so I'm gonna use the ones that I have with typing the number here and clicking the craft button, but you can click craft all, of course, and slowly craft them all. Now let's post them all in the auction house. So right now in auction house we have 17,676 gold in gems and 6,092 gold in the bags, which is total of 23,768 gold, which is also slightly less than our previous calculation because gem prices dropped down slightly meanwhile, making our bloods not 500 gold as we, previously calculated, but maybe like 450 or so. If you remember, I told you before, you always earn but never lose, meaning I still have earned a lot more than the spreadsheet told me and maybe slightly less than what I was hoping for, but nonetheless it is huge profit compared to the starting investment of 10k. As you can see, while I was training my Brewmaster rotation on the training dummy here and craft some more advanced TSM shit that I can share if you request in the comments, minutes after posting them on auction house, 70% of the things that I've posted is already sold, and I'm not playing on the most populated server, meaning that on a high or at the highest populated servers, this would have been sold earlier. Don't take this as a rule, but that is just my personal observation on this stuff. I will not teach you how I have done all this here with TSM because it's a bit more advanced and it will prolong the video significantly, but I can share or make a video on it if you ask me in the comments and I see there is an interest. Final overview on everything now. I have started with 4,000 leather that I have bought for 10,000 gold from the trade chat. I have calculated if it's profitable using the spreadsheet from the forum link in the description. I have made warhide bindings out of it on rank 3 on autopilot as explained previously. I have disenchanted them using the macro and method explained previously, pretty much semi-AFK. I have sold the Leyline shard and Chaos Crystal so I can buy gems to use with bloods. I have crafted gems with bloods and 80% is sold while I was recording the video within minutes. I have invested 10k total. Leyline plus Chaos earned me 15k. Then I have used some of that to buy raw gems to craft with blood and sell the crafted gems instead. Total sales out of 10k in this episode was around 23,000 gold or pure profit 13,000 gold around, more or less. Which is 130% more than what I had before or what I have started with. Now, that is a nice number considering we have multiplied the gold 2.5 times almost, isn't it? Well, you can easily do this if you have the professions and pay attention to what I have done, or if you don't have the professions, stand by for the other flip in the next episode and subscribe and press the bell button after you subscribe to get notified for the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you have learned something out of this and earned something in this episode, and I'm glad if you did. I was Umren, guys, forever your BROchacho. Love you much, no home, and until the next one, stay cool, Profiz, and Umren off.